Welcome to a brand new episode of Rants with Dez, aka Dez Rant. Happy Sunday through Saturday afternoon, evening, night, and morning. Got that one figured out. I'm not going to be talking about the original stuff that was planned. Saving that for Tuesday, which is the DC stuff, because that's funny. This was just more so a fun one. Fact is, I only found out about the fantasy drafts actually today that we were actually doing it. I knew I got a text, but I swore it said for this Friday. So I'm doing a short one here. I said I was going to go live, and I'm like, you know what? I got to go live. One of those things where I have lied so many times on here where I was going to go live where I didn't. I got to stop doing that. If I say I'm going to go live, even if it's not about the topic at hand, I still got to go live for the peeps. The fact is, otherwise, I lose faith in the peeps, and that's the one thing I don't want to do. At the end of the day, I'm trying to make a platform here, and I've gotten lazy, especially with what's going on in the office. By Wednesday, I'll be back in the office. And hopefully by Wednesday, with everybody's grace of God and everything, I'll be at that point where I can do the lemon juice challenge, because then hopefully we'll be at that 100 subscriber mark. I don't bet on it whatsoever. The fact is still we're at 9 away. We're 9 away from that. It's not as bad as the apple cider vinegar, which I took 6 shots of, and I threw up literally an hour later. I knew that was going to happen because I could feel it in my belly. If you wanna actually see that live, just scroll back through my whole whatever, all my videos. It's not that long ago. It was actually in the springtime. It was not pleasant. It was not good, but at the same time, I did it. Because the first time I did it was the distilled version, which was not near as bad. This one actually had the chunks in it. Who doesn't love chunks in their apple cider vinegar? I will never say it. People tell me. Quite frankly, people, chunks in the freaking apple cider vinegar. Especially when you're doing 6 of them. After every shot, after the first one, I was gasping for air. Literally, I was. If you watch that video, please watch that video. I was going, and you'll see me gasping for air after the first shot. It is actually hilarious. It's one of those things where it's like, bloody hell. So it's one of those things. Yeah, I'm not going to be talking about the main thing tonight. This afternoon, I'm going to be talking I got to do a fantasy draft. So it's one of those things where, howdy. One of those things where I got to get going here shortly here. But I said I was going to go live. And the fact is, I hate this. Fantasy football, it's a great time. It is. And let's be honest, the fantasy draft is the best part of the whole league. Winning is second. But the fantasy draft, when you hang out with your friends, you're actually all together for one time period. At the end of the day, that is what the whole part of the league actually is. And then the third best part about the fantasy league is giving people shit when you're about to kick their ass. Quite frankly, kicking their ass is the best part. I will never say kicking their ass. So this coming Tuesday, I want to talk about the DC thing. That was supposed to be tonight. But when it comes down to it, things change. And like I said, I only found out about the draft earlier today, which I knew about a while back. But he's like, look at your text message. I'm like, oh, shit. I wanted to say the F-bomb, but I was like, no F-bomb here. No F-bomb needed because I misread it. I thought it was like the 28th, which would have been really off. It really would have been off. At the end of the day, so question of the day, do any of you guys do fantasy, any kind of sport, whether it's football, baseball, hockey, softball, whatever, howdy. The fact is, I'd like to know what kind of stuff you guys actually are into when it comes to the fantasy stuff-wise, because you know what, this is actually an interesting thing to get into. And there's a lot of fun things actually about every sport. I was in a fantasy baseball league, and I don't do shit about baseball. I was like, okay, I was in there for like a half of season, and then they dropped me because I never did anything. I have no idea what baseball is about. I don't give a shit. Football has always been my go-to sport because that's what to me is actually what's entertaining to me. They got to get a first down, and then they got to get a touchdown eventually. It's called common sense. Baseball is like, and there's a pitch, and the catcher caught it. Is that a ball or is that a strike? It's it's one of those things where it's pretty simple in that direction. But when it comes to baseball, there's so many different terms, especially for the pitcher and for the batter that actually has a no hitter. I know it's a no hitter, but there is the trifecta where they get a single, a double, a triple, and a home run, right? Or a grand slam. I think that's what I don't know baseball that well. It's one of those things where I always suck at baseball. I was never my mother was a big baseball fan. She would always watch baseball, so I'd have to be stuck sometimes watching baseball with her. It's one of those things where I was never a big baseball fan. I'm more into football. I'm a Vikings fan. So I should have my horns on. They're actually just over there. Oh, man. Oh, let me turn the camera off and let me go get them. More fun this way. You guys get a little music. Being I'm getting ready for the fantasy draft in a beat, and yes, you hear bells. They're the best bells. I would never say it, people. Quite frankly, they tell me they're the best bells. Yes, one side is lopsided, but at the same time, this is what I don't give a shit. When you give a shit is busted, who gives a shit? And yes, I'm a huge Vikings fan. And one horn is definitely these need to get something done to them. It's like bloody hell. So what is your guys' favorite football team, if anybody's into football? Because it's that time of year. I'm pretty sure everybody knows mine, and I'm not sure how the hell this got this effed up. I don't even know if there's a way to actually undo it, to be honest. But getting back to screw this shit. That's not till regular football season starts, to actually be honest. Like I said, I won't be doing the normal live until this Tuesday. And by Wednesday, I will be back in the office full force. Damn water thing. And then when this whole fantasy thing came up, I had to take care of some yard work. One in the house is a son of a bitch. It really is. But you know what? It's part of the whole experience. Let's be honest. And I will never give it up any other way. It's one of those things, you're here nor there. You guys want anything to talk about? Because I have a little bit of time before I got to get going. I have time to chat for a beat. Yeah, there we go. And of course, they both fell on the frickin' floor. You can't have anything nice around here. Never throw anything if you expect it to be nice. It's retarded. No comments? Because this will be a short one then. Oh, man. Just like that one from 6 to 0. I think it's funny. Well, if that's the thing it's all said and done, I think I'm done with this one. Means for me to actually get off. This Tuesday, figure 8 o'clock. This Tuesday, 8 o'clock, 8:15 at the latest. I'll be going live. I want to talk about the D.C. thing, the huge win with Trump, the huge everything that Trump's been doing. There will be a few more current events. So it'll be a little bit longer one because it's been a while since I went for a beat for this. I always enjoy my one topic at a time, but we're going to have like 2 or 3 for this one. So until Tuesday night, 8:15 at the latest. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace out like always. Happy holidays. I know.